because Rabbitworks and a few other people have asked, what are your thoughts on Svelte? I will tell you right now, but Svelte, cybernetically enhanced web apps, write less code, no virtual DOM, truly reactive. So the interesting thing about Svelte is that so you could compare this at a shallow level to React or Vue. It's a way of building front end applications. But the interesting thing about Svelte is when you compile your code or transpile your code, it generates code that manipulates the DOM, and your app will actually work in a web browser, but there is no framework. The framework, the runtime, everything just gets stripped away, and it gets turned into super performant code that is your web application. Where if you contrast that to React or Vue, both React and Vue, like larger apps, still have a build process where they'll transpile into like ES5 code, but there's still a runtime. Like there's still the React runtime running in the background that manages the state and the updates and everything. And with Vue, there's still the Vue runtime running in the background that manages state updates and Vue updates. And the idea with that is that's just more overhead that has to be loaded into the browser. That whole runtime has to be loaded in. It's more for the user to download in terms of like the code that's loading into the browser. And it's potentially slower when your app is running because it has to run through the runtime. With Svelte, there is no runtime. It basically generates highly performant vanilla JavaScript without a runtime, and your app just works. So it's super interesting. Let's see if we can see like the basic stuff. So Svelte components are built on top of HTML, just add data. So let's say we have a script, we have a variable called name with the value world, and then we have our HTML here that says hello, and then we have curly braces name. This might be somewhat similar to React, but you can notice like how simple this is. Like you don't have to create a component. Super basic to get up and going. And then we can actually see what it generates. Yeah, so there's like this create fragment. It's actually like creating the elements. This is all the code that you need to put into your browser to get this working. If you wanted to do the same thing with React, you would need the entire React library in the browser for the thing to work. But well, I guess technically this is still importing like a few functions from Svelte internal, but there's no runtime. It's just like functions and stuff. What else? CSS is component scoped by default. No more style collisions or specificity wars. So let's say we're importing something in our script. We have some styles here, and this is targeting a paragraph tag, but this only targets this one specific paragraph tag. So this nested component is not affected by those styles. So it's essentially scoped. In React, typically you have to bring in another library to do things like CSS modules, where your CSS classes and selectors are only targeted at that specific component, and it generates a lot of stuff. This is doing it for you. That's cool. Now you get into the interactive stuff. So how do you click a button and update the state of how many times it's been clicked? We have a variable called count. We have a function called handle click that increments count. And then inside of our button, we're just showing the count variable. So like by default, this variable is reactive. You'll notice that it's not on state. We don't have to call set state. It's not on data like in Vue. We literally just modify the variable. And Svelte is smart enough to know that we want the latest value here inside of the DOM. So those are some basic examples of it. My thoughts on it are that it's really cool. And I think eventually a lot of frameworks are going to go in this direction where you no longer need a runtime. It essentially will just strip away. You'll only have the necessary things to run your app. It'll be super small, super performant. And yeah. And you could argue that this is potentially a lot simpler to learn than React or maybe even Vue, because there's a lot of other concepts introduced. This is just like write JavaScript like you know it, modify the variables like you know it, no special state stuff, and then maybe the only new stuff that's new to you is actually like referencing variables inside of your HTML. So what was the question? The question was, what are your thoughts? My thoughts are it's cool. You should definitely check it out. And I think eventually other frameworks are going to go in this direction, or Svelte is just going to become more popular than React and Vue. So there's that. Thiago says, while you read this, a new JavaScript framework come up. Yeah, they're coming up all the time. But I think the thing is, if the framework has good ideas and isn't just like, it doesn't make things more complicated, like, to me, if it makes things easier, if it makes things faster, that's great. Like, thank you, the person who wrote Svelte. Let's see who wrote it. I don't know. Who's like the core maintainer. I don't know, but thank you to this guy for coming up with this idea. And so to talk about like if you didn't exactly understand when I said like there is no runtime, so both Vue and React use this thing called the virtual DOM. The virtual DOM isn't a browser-based thing. Like both React and Vue have their own implementation of it, like a way of updating the DOM based on things changing. And it's basically like a JavaScript object that represents the tree of DOM nodes. But both of those things are written specifically for the React runtime or the Vue runtime. With Svelte, there is no virtual DOM. There doesn't need to be. It actually generates DOM, like performant DOM manipulation code, and it doesn't need that virtual DOM to do like the diffing and smart updates and stuff like that. Cool. Data is saying, does Svelte have its own store management system? So I haven't looked that deep into it, but basically, if you're looking at those examples, your state is the JavaScript code itself. If we're talking about larger state management patterns, like the Flux pattern with Redux or Vuex, I'm not quite sure. Maybe? The Svelte store. Yeah, for creating stores. What are stores? Stores have special significance inside Svelte components. Their values can be read by prefixing the store's name with the $ character, which causes Svelte to set up subscriptions and unsubscriptions automatically during the component's lifecycle. So I don't know too much about it, but I would say this is probably like their implementation of more of like a Redux type thing where all the data can live in one place. You could potentially listen for when it changes. There might be functions for updating it, so you know that that data only gets changed in those functions. Interesting. Yeah, we'll look